So it's been about 3 weeks since we planted the jackfruit seeds, and as you can see in this pot, the soil has started to rise just a little bit, but if you look over there, we already have our first sapling. So it has been about 3 weeks since Ember and Anastasia planted the jackfruit seeds here. Now yesterday I noticed that this one came up through the dirt and this one didn't look like it did anything. I get home from work today and this one has sprouted. So the jackfruit didn't take that long to sprout. It wound up only taking 3 weeks. However, most tropical fruits, the seeds don't last that long if you try to store them. So you want to get them planted as soon as you possibly can. It was a fun project to do with the kids, and I will keep you updated on how fast they grow. The jackfruits don't take long to grow. It's a fun, satisfying project. If you're looking into getting your kids into gardening and teaching them how to grow plants from what you buy at the grocery store, jackfruit is one of the best ways to do it. They're big seeds, so the kids can handle them easily, as well as they're fast growing, so the kids don't have to wait and wait and wait and wait for something to happen. Little kids like to play with dirt, bigger kids like to see stuff grow. Teaching the little kids that if they play with the dirt and they put stuff in it, they're able to get stuff to grow, helps them to learn and appreciate growing your own food. However, growing our own food is something that not many people do nowadays. I live in a state that started out as a farming state and turned into an industrial state, and now with the big industrial companies leaving and almost no farmlands, we have to teach our kids how they're able to grow food with smaller spaces. The average size property lot in this state is about a 1/4 acre. So growing food inside, as well as becoming creative with vertical growing inside or outside, helps teach the new generation of kids how to bring back farming. Everywhere I read, everywhere I researched, when trying to learn myself how to grow a jackfruit seed, told me that they will take 6 weeks or more to grow. I've just shown, with the help of my 2-year-old and my 9-year-old, that it can be done in 3 weeks. You keep the soil moist, you put the seed in the soil, and you just let it sit and don't play with it. 3 weeks, I have 2 jackfruit trees. So how fast they grow? Everywhere I say they grow fast, but they also said that it would take 6 weeks for them to germinate. So we're just gonna have to see. Conventional gardening is based on word of mouth going back generations and generations. There's not much science behind it. There's people that say if you leave the suckers, which are branches, on your tomato plants, you're gonna get less fruit. One of the people that I like to watch on YouTube has showed me that's not true. So not only am I teaching my kids how to garden, not only is my daughter helping me get young kids involved and teach everybody how to know how to grow their own food and how to cook their food because it's so important to them, but we're also showing the public that just because this is the way it's been done all the time doesn't mean it's the only way you can do it. Doesn't mean it's the best way out there. So I hope that you will continue to follow my daughters and I on this journey that we have started, teaching people how to grow their own food, how to cook their own food, as well as different ways in order to get the same outcome. So if you're willing to come with us on our journey, growing food, experimenting with different ways to start your seeds, so if you enjoyed our video so far, and you're willing to continue our journey with us, teaching young people how to grow food, how to cook food, as well as different ways that you can do the same thing, just subscribe to our videos below and hit the notification so you get new videos when we post them. Now, we don't post them every day, and we don't have a specific day that we post videos. We post videos when we have something worth posting about. So it's not going to be like an every Tuesday event. It's not going to be an everyday event. Sometimes we post several videos in one day, like our all-day cooking when Ember was here making soup and stuffing and turkey and eggs with me. You know, we have fun making our videos. And my daughter truly believes that everybody needs to know how to cook and grow their own food. And with my generation not being that big into gardening, many young parents are unable to teach their children how to do this. So I aim to help those parents teach their children how to be able to grow food and how to be able to cook their food. We live in a society where we go to the grocery store and we could get food that's been flown in from all over the place, sometimes even all over the world. It's not the freshest, there's a lot of GMO, there's no organic. Even though it says it's organic, it may not be, like the shampoo I used to get. So there's a lot of reasons to grow your own food, and it also supports a local economy. Buying food that's local versus shipping it in from another country, you may pay a little bit more because it's cheaper to ship it from another country or another state where minimum wage is cheaper than where you live. But at the end of the day, the cheapest way to get your own vegetables is to grow your own vegetables. It takes a lot of time, but it's well worth it. This is mint that I transplanted from my grandmother's garden. Long story short, my great-grandma used to grow it. Whether she bought the seeds or not, I do not know. This is a date palm that my grandfather grew from a pit from a date that he ate. Over here, let's see if I can back up a little bit. This is a pepper plant that Ember grew from a seed from a pepper that we bought at the store to cook for dinner. And that is a tomato plant that she did the same thing with. She took seeds from a tomato that was sliced and she stuck them in the dirt. And they grew. So if you don't want to spend money on seeds, save the seeds from the food that you do buy. Growing your own food may take up a lot of the time, and it may be painstaking and backbreaking, but the rewards outweigh what you put into it. You get cheap food. If you grow from seeds, you're only spending a couple bucks and you're getting a lot of food. Like, I bought some tomato seeds for $2. The amount of tomato seeds I got is enough to feed an army if I grow them. So you go to the grocery store, you're spending $2-3 a pound on tomatoes. Each seed is able to produce a lot more than a couple pounds. You can save your seeds once you start growing them, or you can buy a tomato at the store and get the seeds out of it and grow it from that. As you can see, Ember has done in my pot over there.